Rated M for mature.
Don't let your kids watch it!
Ah, spoiler alert!
Hey there, Artie!
And guess.
Welcome back, everybody, to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. So, it's been a while since we last recorded this, even though we stopped in the middle of a trial period.
Oh, yeah.
Marty forgot we were actually, like, in the yokai area.
No, once you said
wrestling.
yokai, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But otherwise... forgot.
we're cross-examining Fulbright. Right
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Detective Fulbright. Now then, the defense may proceed with their cross-examination. Let's hope we remember it.
Who is the defense right now? Is it Paul Justice?
It's Apollo and Athena.
And Athena, okay.
Yeah, Fevers and Tracks. This entire case centers on one man's attempt to crush opposition to the municipal merger. Hold it! Detective Fulbright, is the anti-merger movement really that strong? Oh, absolutely! They parade around in yokai costumes shouting, "Down with Mayor Tenma!" And just the other day, they stormed Tenma City Hall, claiming it was a den of vipers! But when the accused shows his face, the angry mob scattered like leaves upon an autumn wind. For you see, lowly yokai are no match for Tenma Taro, the Dark Lord of their kind.
Wait, are the villagers scared of Mayor Tenma or the Tenma Taro? I'm confused.
I think he means Mayor Tenma. It's easy to get the wrong impression about the guy. Detective Fulbright, why do you suppose the defendant would commit such an act? Mayor Tenma panicked when the Amazing Ninetales helped embolden the protesters. The Amazing Ninetales, no one knows his true identity, right?
I mean, it's pretty obvious, but...
That's right. And he was a lone wolf, or in other words, he didn't belong to a wrestling federation. The Wrestling Federation?
I want to join that wrestling federation.
The Trade Federation is taking over Naboo.
He's just fighting all the characters from Smash Brothers. It's like the Amazing Ninetales Fox versus Fox.
He's
McCloud.
the final Smash DLC character.
And nobody
even though we'll already have learned it long ahead of time before this video gets uploaded.
Long ago.
He appeared like a shooting star, defeating one Tenma Town wrestler after another. And before anyone knew it, he was champion. Like the samurai of yore, surrounded thick with enemies, he cut them down one by one. It was a complete and utter loss of face for Tenma Town Pro-Net Wrestling. He was amazing! If there was ever a real superhero, it would be him! I dream of becoming a true champion of justice like him someday!
I bet Detective Fulbright would be a great pro wrestler. He could even team up with Prosecutor Blackquill.
A police detective and a prisoner in chains? You know, I think people would actually pay to see that. I know I would. Ha ha ha! So you do understand the greatness that is the Amazing Ninetales!
Yeah, sure.
So he stoked the villagers' fears by fabricating a monster. Did the murder and yokai evidence really stoke the villagers' fears? Absolutely! It had an immediate effect! The presumed return of the dreaded Tenma Taro has them shaking in their boots! Oh my, is it really that bad? That superstitious lot. It's as if Jack the Ripper had been set loose in their village. The mere thought of that demon lurking about is enough to spark a mass exodus. I see. That's a very persuasive argument. The mere thought of his honor buying into Simon the Psycho Slasher's words makes me want to spark my own exodus out of the courtroom right about now. So you see, there can only be one reason why anyone would plant those feathers and tracks. The strange feathers and tracks he planted made it look like a yokai was the killer. But it doesn't add up. If what you say is true, why top it off with murder? What do you mean? You claim that our client planted the yokai evidence to stoke the villagers' fears. If so, then why not stop there? Why murder Alderman Kyubi? Excellent point. It is, isn't it? So Your Honor agrees that there was no reason for murder, correct?
Objection.
Perhaps the killing was on the spur of the moment. You're saying it wasn't premeditated? From the outset, I had no intention of paying heed to any of your babble. However, the fact is, the mayor made a startling discovery. A startling discovery? Why don't I like the sound of that? Alderman QB's secret identity.
Apollo, I think Prosecutor Blackwill's figured out the Alderman's secret identity.
Gee, I wonder how. It's not like it was blatantly obvious or anything.
But even if he has, why would it be a motive for the mayor to commit murder?
This is not good! This patch of fur was discovered on the crime scene. It's from the mask worn by the amazing Ninetales. Therefore, we can conclude that this mask was at the crime scene. Oh my, but why would it have been there? The victim was a former pro wrestler and a member of the anti-merger movement. Need I say more? Well, could it really be? Your baldness has an epiphany, I see. Our victim, Rex Kyubi, was the amazing Ninetales, and the mayor's discovery of such was his motive for murder. No! I missed the old but this is also good. Order! Order! What a shocking development! A motive clearer than crystal clear!
What do we do now, Apollo?
I didn't think they'd tie the Alderman's secret identity to the mayor's motive for murder! At last we've reached my real point. Why did the Alderman have to forge a secret identity? Does it not pique your interest, your baldness? I admit it does. It is odd that he had to create this other persona. Just to secretly participate in the anti-merger movement. Very astute of you, your baldness. Right! Now take a look at this! Blackmail letter. If you value your dearest's life, you will merge Ninetales Vale with Tenma Town. Do not tell anyone about this fret if you do consider your dearest as good as dead. Yeesh. This blackmail letter was found in Alderman Kyubi's pocket! What?! At present, the Alderman's wife is in the hospital. And that letter is clear evidence that the mayor was blackmailing him by threatening her life.
What? Wait, didn't the blackmail letter sent to Mayor Tenma go missing? Right after the Alderman's murder?
You think that maybe the killer took the letter from the mayor after the murder and planted it into the Alderman's pocket?
It's possible, but we don't have any proof that that's what happened.
Talk about being up the creek without a paddle. Blackmail letter added to the court record.
Quick question.
Yeah.
I think the screen might be cut off where we're recording. You see how you can't see this button?
Good. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, you're right.
It's a little bit cut off.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too bad, but we should probably fix
we
that.
should. No. Thank you for letting me know that. Alright, sorry about that. Thanks for pointing that out, Marty. People didn't miss any content. It's literally just, it looked weird.
You couldn't see the beautiful mustached man right there.
Yeah, you could. You just couldn't see barely above the Fulbright's head, and you couldn't see the entire notebook over
which would
on the
have
upper
been
right.
important.
But I'm glad we caught that earlier rather than later. I did not change my OBS settings at all. It changed by itself. I hate it when it does that.
Cool.
Mayor Tenma would have made a clean getaway if he just left after planting the yokai fiends. But he was knocked out cold by his sudden decision to kill the Amazing Ninetales. So it was the Amazing Ninetales counterattack that brought the entire crime to light.
Ooh.
Wait a sec. Fulbright's claiming that the mayor killed the Alderman after planting the yokai evidence. And that the mayor was knocked out cold immediately after that?
Was it another case of, he wasn't knocked out cold immediately?
Detective Fulbright, please add your previous statement to your testimony.
Wasn't he poisoned, not knocked out?
What? He was drugged.
He was drugged, yeah.
Mayor Tenma killed the sleeping Alderman and after planting the feathers and tracks. Well, the Alderman was drugged.
Okay.
So, let me get this straight. You believe that the mayor planted the yokai evidence before the murder, not after? Absolutely! And then he was knocked out cold by the Alderman's last punch. He wouldn't have had a chance to plant the evidence after that. Something's not right here. Hard to believe that a stiff, humorless man like the mayor could be behind such a stunt.
Ugh! We have to do something, Apollo, before they pin it all on the mayor!
Then we're going to need to prove that Mayor Tenma didn't plant that yokai stuff.
How are we supposed to do that?
think that's a little different, but that's okay.
I can't remember. It'll come back to me, and then everyone in the comments will be like, "Oh, Marty's voice sucks." Actually, no, nobody comments. Who are we kidding? There will be one. There will be one person that comments like, "Love to see more of these videos," and then that's it.
Wanna be famous? By fun? No.
No.
All right. Well, this is the one that got added, so
It's probably that one.
most likely.
Oh, let's look at the video.
Video.
The video. They say it happened before?
They're
That's
saying
what
they
he's
planted
arguing?
it before he died.
Before? That wouldn't really make much sense.
Why not?
Because, if they planted it before he died, then why is that feather on top of the coffee cup that fell?
And why is it on top of the blood and not bloody itself?
True.
And why are there these bloody tracks?
But the cup, that was definitely the one that they were thinking of.
Objection! Detective Fulbright, your sense of justice is anything but fair! What's this? You dare question my justice again? Yes, and I'm going to prove it to you. Take a look at this photo. This is the crime scene photo. And just what does this prove? It proves when the feathers and tracks were planted. But I already told you, they were planted before the murder! The defendant planted the yokai evidence and then was knocked out while killing his victim. But that would be impossible. If you look right here, it's clear of when the feathers and tracks were left at the scene. The coffee cup! No, the bloody tracks. Aren't you just pointing to the yokai feathers and tracks, Mr. Justice? Yes, see how the feathers are on top of the blood, and the tracks were made in blood. In other words, the yokai evidence could have only resulted after the murder. Then the mayor must have planted the evidence after killing the alderman. But you said it yourself, the mayor had been knocked unconscious thereafter. There would have been no time for him to plant any evidence at all. Therefore, there must have been someone else besides the mayor and the alderman at the crime scene. Dog! There must be some mistake! Order! Order! Where's your evidence? You can't possibly have any, can you? Ha 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 ha!
We literally just showed you.
Evidence? Oh, I have evidence. In fact, I have an eyewitness's testimony for you. You do? But how? Was my vaunted sense of justice really just half-baked?
He's taking this really hard.
Mr. Justice, what is this testimony regarding a third party that you claim to have?
I wonder if Athena was normally sounding more annoying and obnoxious.
Her objection voice is like, objection!
Objection!
But
Okay.
I not that high-pitched, though.
Objection!
Not Mia Fey. Objection!
Objection!
Take that.
That's why she died.
I have it right here, Your Honor. It's the sworn testimony of Miss Tenma's daughter. The witness, Jinxie Tenma, saw a yokai in the hallway after stumbling upon the scene. It was the demon Tenma Taro. He's the source of those feathers and tracks.
Everyone just laughs at Apollo.
Will somebody please say something? The defense will explain to the court exactly what he means. You dare mock this court and justice itself? You're unfit to bear your name, boy! Your boldness. It appears our defense attorney here is delirious from exhaustion.
Apollo, think of something quick before you're held in contempt of court.
What do you think I'm trying to do? Before you decide whether I should step down, please hear me out. Very well, Mr. Justice, I'm all ears, but you had better explain yourself well. What was this yokai you were talking about? It's all in this statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro. After she discovered the crime scene and called the police, she came around a corner in the hall. It was around here. That she saw Tenma Taro fleeing towards the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left those tracks and feathers behind, intentionally or otherwise. What? How incredibly unjust! Why haven't I heard about this before? The defense just proved that there was someone else!
So the mayor isn't the killer?
Was it all a setup? The prosecutor is a convicted felon after all!
Apollo! The moment has shifted in our favor!
Good. Now let's keep it that way.
Objection!
Little do you realize that though you are in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying that there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled towards the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle. Now that you mention it. Both Phineas Filch and Floyd LaBelle were in the foyer at the time. But they haven't stated that they saw a yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Why didn't those two see the Tenmataro impersonator pass by?
Why don't we ask them ourselves?
I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was! The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of Kyubi Manor, to the stand. I just know he must have seen something.
Alright, Mr. Tanuki.
I suppose we can't ignore the fact that the little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust that you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackquill. I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby. I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Did he just say captured? No, wait, I don't want to know. Well, he did steal Fulbright's shoes. Very
And,
well.
like, our money.
Yeah.
And, our, like, everything.
Very well, then. Bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand. But he's just the lovable rogue. You know, like Gurgi.
Absolutely. I want to never hear those words describe Gurgi again. Lovable rogue? He's a little squirrel of destruction.
Will the witness state his name and occupation, please? The name's Filch. Phineas Filch, caretaker of Kyubi Manor. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Oh my, what a fabulous pair of shoes. And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch. Ah! It's those shoes again!
Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright?
Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir. What? But they seem awfully expensive. Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship.
Oh, boy.
It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I can't accept such gifts. Now, triple caviar lunches, that's different.
If it's from a pretty girl.
Ethics schmethics. Just take them if you want them. Polish them up real nice for you, too. I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Tenmataro in the foyer after the murder. Witness testimony. Guarding the foyer. This guy looks so weird, like very out of place for Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
Look at those bags around
Looks
his
like a
eyes.
chimney sweep. Well, he's supposed to look like a tanuki, like Tom
I know,
Nook.
but they went way too far with this.
Yeah.
At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. Kyubi asked. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m.
Wasn't he watching sports?
But I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. No siree. He was watching the wrestling game, wasn't he? That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of a little girl's dreams. So, you're telling this court that you never saw anyone dressed up like Tenmataro. Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth, the holy truth, and nutter butter the truth.
Wants some nutter butter.
And Tenmataro? Bah, you really don't believe in all of that yokai mumbo jumbo, do ya? I certainly don't.
You work at the foyer, and you... Ooh.
My bracelet. It's
Something the matter, Apollo?
My bracelet keeps squeezing my arm.
Like when you have the blood pressure machine where it's like,
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna wrap
Well,
you
that's
up.
how it works. That's how we learned how it works in Apollo.
I know, but I just made that connection. Really? So you think Mr. Tanuki, Filch, has been lying to us?
No, not him! He's a lovable rogue!
He's a lovable rogue.
I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell. Some sort of nervous habit. Ah! What in the... What's a hawk doing in here? Allow me to introduce my trusty cohort, Taka.
Can you please leave your bird with the bailiff, sir?
He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you? You know, in jail? Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. This isn't some sort of trick or... Ah! I won't be able to spawn squat like this! What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills? What were you going to say?
Thank you, Judge. Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom. Ah! Somebody help! Oh, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you, save when truly famished. In that case, Prosecutor Blackquill, you will ensure your favored friend is properly fed.
Looks like we have to do this the old-fashioned way.
Blackquill is a pet hawk. Where did Hockey go?
Literally.
We'll be fine, gosh. I think. If there was someone dressed as Tenmataro there, Filch would have seen him. We'll have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now.
Check out her...
Her nervous tell?
Yeah, we need to use that.
Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination. The bird's just hanging out on the judge's head. Cross-examination.
That's just
guarding the foyer.
Weird game.
Yeah, it wasn't weird before this at all. But now, a hawk in the courtroom, that's unacceptable.
I think the hawk in the... Well, it's not as weird as when we had a parrot on the witness stand, but...
It's not as weird as the prosecutor being allowed to whip the judge and get away with it.
True. I don't know. I just wasn't expecting
Or cyborg guy
bird.
drinking 17 cups of coffee in the courtroom.
That's more normal than a bird.
I don't think cyborg prosecutor is more normal than a bird. No, sorry. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty. Mr. Filch, why did Alderman QB have you handle guard duty? It's cause he trusts me. I am the manor's caretaker after all. So you took said guard duty seriously? Let me tell you something about me. I'm... Yipes! Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. The court wishes to hear what you did and didn't see in the foyer and naught else.
Can we please add Blackquill to the Kingdom Hearts Organization 13 squad?
Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir.
I would be okay with that.
Blackquill's got him completely under his thumb.
Under your
thumb, goof.
Oh my god.
Like I said, I was guarding the foyer entrance that day. I was making sure no one, fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise, could get to our guest. So no one could get to him. Sounds like security was pretty tight. That's cause there's always lots of sneaks and thieves around festival time. And the solution was to entrust the manor's security to a thief? That's not even funny.
Maybe it's a matter of stopping thieves by hiring one. After all, it takes one to know one.
I don't know, it seems more like letting the fox guard the hen house to me. So the witness testifies that he took his guard duty seriously? Yes, sir, your honorship, sir. I was still in my office, keeping a good watch when the murder happened. A good watch on what? The TV. I mean,
Sports. I mean, the window.
Did you really keep an eye on the foyer the entire time? Poor old Filchy. Been working hard my whole life. Only to be smeared by some greenhorn in his fancy schmancy suit and his silly haircut. Sorry, Mr. Blackquill, sir. I didn't mean to get off subject there. Sheesh. Blackquill didn't even say anything. To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye. No, both of them, in fact, on the foyer.
Huh.
But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary, no siree. Could you describe to the court who you would consider fishy looking? Someone all fidgety and shifty-like. You know, like they're about to steal something. He just described himself.
I wonder why Mr. Filch didn't see Tenmataro.
Maybe Jinxie only thinks she saw Tenmataro, or...
Maybe Mr. Filch is lying.
And if he's lying, we might be able to spot a contradiction in his testimony.
I want her to get all dramatic again so I can figure out her voice. Whenever she'd scream, I could figure it out.
Objection!
Not objection. Cutscene slash like
or
when
she loses her pupils.
Or
it looks like a squirrel.
What? When does she look like a... Ooh!
When she like squeezes her face together and gets buck teeth like a squirrel.
Yeah.
You were in your office keeping a good watch. Yeah, about that.
How about that? I thought you gave us a thing saying you were watching, baseball.
Filch's TV program, the afternoon wrestling match, was a total disaster. And it was at 3, too! He even said that.
Objection!
Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to butt-schwack a fellow like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that at the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled, something you'd never miss. Dak! I didn't watch that one! No siree, I was doing my job just like I was supposed to. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes! Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, it was a complete disaster. So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. I'm one of them professional types too. I can do double duty, watching the TV and the foyer at the same time. The only thing Filch can claim to be as a professional is professional thief. Even then, he's an amateur.
Lunatic.
Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe that the witness was slacking off? That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the foyer at the same time. But that's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Bald, you say? But I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you mean the witness, Mr. Justice? And in that case, let's see what evidence you can offer. You claim Mr. Filch is lying about watching TV and the foyer simultaneously. Now prove it.
Oh, we just need to show the foyer how it looks. Because if you're watching the TV, you can't see out.
Right.
Simple as that. This is a very simple game.
Yeah. Please take a look at the direction the TV is facing in this diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his his right ear should be. Whoops. I'd think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time. Why, yes, someone watching TV there couldn't possibly see the entrance. Exactly, and that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and you were not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! The bag's out of the cat! Or, I mean, the other way around. Oh, he has to stand on the box because he's so short.
Yeah, I was about to say, he seemed too tall.
Order, order, order! But, Mr. Justice, is Mr. Filch's less than stellar work ethic relevant to this case? It's very relevant because while he was slacking off watching TV, there really could have been a Tenmataro impersonator in the foyer.
Objection!
What now? Granted, this Tanuki was lax in his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? This. I'm not a mind reader. Back! Auditory sense. His eyes might have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work. Right,
That's
Tanuki?
kind of what I thought they were going to retaliate with.
Also, anytime Blackquill slaps his desk
The
while
bird.
the bird is on his shoulder, the
He's
bird's
like,
eyes are like...
He has a little bandana, I just realized.
They were?
Where does head go?
Oh, I mean, yes,
How
yes, they
was
were.
he doing-
He was bowing down.
Oh, I thought he was going backwards like that.
Oh. But you already admitted to slacking off. Now you say you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have hurt anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and the stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So, you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yup, and my ears were working full-time, so who's the liar now, you good-for-nothing shyster? A lion thief calling me a shyster. This has to be the low point of my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackquill, sir. You really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing. And them bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka is particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Yipes! Please don't eat me, Mr. Taka, sir. The witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of painful bird attacks. Not perjury, bird attacks. And with that in mind, this court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly.
Yes, well.
Witness testimony. Ears working overtime. It's true, I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. Before there was all creaky squeaky like. No way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there weren't no Tenmataro in the foyer. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? A simple, rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. We all must use common sense, for lacking that, our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convict prosecutor who was totally a sign of the end times for the legal world.
Yeah.
And besides, if there were any yokai roaming about, I'd nab them and sell them in the zoo.
I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things.
That seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns.
But we can't prove that she saw Tenmataro. Or if we can't prove that she saw Tenmataro, the mayor's sure to be convicted.
Then we'd better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Well, we'll do that next time on
Sounds
Dual
good.
Destinies. Thanks for watching, everybody. Well, yeah, at least the bird is entertaining. But
Bird is entertaining.
I don't really like this case, though, all that much. It's
I was
kind
about
of
to
meh.
say, I also don't know how I feel about Blackquill. He's just kind of, except for the bird.
Blackquill really grew on me.
Gotcha. So as the time goes on, maybe with the
I hope so.
Okay.
I mean, he's my favorite, so. Until we meet again, my friends, have a great day, and God bless.